Hey y'all, it's Becca. Okay, so tonight, while we were at dinner, my brother said, I can't rap about himself. He said that about himself. And my dad said, don't say you can't, because then you won't. And then I was kind of trying to explain that to my brother, what my dad was meaning by that. So what I said that my dad meant by that is, if you say you can't, then you won't. Like, in your mind, you already have decided mentally, physically, and spiritually that you cannot do that thing, anything at all. So don't ever say you can't, because you can. And like, we should all try our best at everything, because if you never try, then you'll never succeed. I believe it was Seal that said there were better singers than him that he knew, but nobody wanted it more than he did. So like, So do you want it more than anyone? That's, I guess, the real question. Like, what do you want more? Do you want to live life and succeed? Or do you want to live life and fail? It's like, what is it like? I don't know what it's like, but I know I want more for my life, and I want to succeed. And that's why I guess I started a YouTube channel, because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. But I couldn't do that without God's help either. Without my mom's help or my dad's help. I couldn't do that without anyone's help. Even my haters, I couldn't do that without their help. Because no matter what, there's gonna be people that love you and like you and adore you. And then there's also gonna be those other people who despise you and hate you and want to ruin your life. But the choice is yours. Like I said in one of my other videos, we all have free choice. It's just, what do we want more? Do we want to follow the, what's it called? The path of like destruction, or do we want to follow a path that looks so hard? Okay, so the destruction path, it looks super easy, like so easy, super chill, super cool, whatever you want to call it. It looks like that. It looks like, hey, we're gonna get there like that. No, that's the wrong path. Because that's going to lead you to destruction. That's going to lead you to failure. But then the path that looks harder and that you have to actually work on, that's the path you want to live. That's the path you want to go. It's like The Wizard of Oz. I forgot her name. but she followed the yellow brick road. And there probably were more roads that she could have followed. But that was the road she was supposed to follow or whatever. So, which path do you want to follow? The easy peasy path or the we have to work on path? So, I was not expecting to say any of that, really. I was just going to say somehow, don't say I can't or you can't, because you can if you try. And when you try, you will succeed. Or maybe you'll fail. But that doesn't mean give up. That just means that you failed at that one thing. And even maybe you're supposed to fail at that one thing, because then it leads you to another thing, a more great thing, like a greater thing. Okay, but I'm preaching over here. Oh Lord, excuse me. Whew. There's this one scripture verse my mom always says. Well, there's a lot of scripture verses she says, but it's like, it says something about what brings evil desires or whatever, quarrels, something within you. It's because of the evil desires within you. Everyone is going to sin. Every day we sin. Every single day. But we also can ask God forgiveness. But that doesn't mean He's always going to forgive us. Yes, He'll always forgive us. And maybe we won't forgive ourselves for what we did or anything. But if we don't try and try and try again, and yes, it is hard to try things, especially new things. It's super hard. But it's worth it. There's a ton of songs about waiting and staying still, and just being in the moment kind of thing, in His presence. And that's basically where I am right now. But I'm still following the harder path because I want to succeed in my life. And even though it looks harder, and you have to fight, you have to fight for it. You can't just be oh, I'm going with the crowd. No. You're going to go the other way from the crowd, away from the crowd. And there might be some people that are following the same path you are, but it's going to be super hard. Super, super hard. I know. I'm doing it right now. But it's worth it. It's so, so worth it. But, yeah. So that's the real question. For one, don't ever say you can't. For two, which path are you going to choose? Okay. That's all I have for y'all for this video. So, good night, good morning, good evening, wherever y'all are watching. Okay, bye y'all.